Hey everybody, welcome back. Ray Atencio, the Title Pro, and today we're going to talk about something that doesn't get nearly enough attention, but can make a huge difference for homeowners: how you hold title to your property. Now, if you ever bought a property, you probably remember signing a stack of paperwork, and somewhere in that stack there was a box asking you how you wanted to take title. Most people just pick whatever sounds familiar, but that one choice can impact taxes, ownership rights, and even what happens when somebody passes away. So let's break down two of the most common ways that people hold title: joint tenancy and community property with rights of survivorship. What each one means, the benefits, and what could go wrong if you don't have rights of survivorship built in.
So we'll start with probably the most common, which is joint tenancy. When you hold title as joint tenants, it means two or more people own the property together equally. Everyone has the same rights and interests in the property, regardless of who put in more money. The big feature here is the right of survivorship. That means that when one joint tenant passes away, their share automatically transfers to the surviving owner or owners instantly, without going through probate. It's simple, it's clean, and it keeps ownership moving smoothly. Here's an example. Let's say John and Mary buy a home together as joint tenants. If John passes away, Mary automatically becomes the sole owner of the home. No court, no probate delays, just an affidavit of death of joint tenant recorded, and it's done. So here's some of the pros. Simple and clear transfer on death. It avoids probate. Equal ownership. Now here are some of the cons. Only the deceased owner's half gets a step up in the tax basis, meaning when the survivor eventually sells the property, they could owe more in capital gains tax. Any owner could sever joint tenancy by selling or transferring their share, which can create complications. Now, if you're married or in a registered domestic partnership, there's another option: community property with right of survivorship. This option combines the best of both worlds: the tax benefits of community property and the smooth transfer of joint tenancy. Here's how it works. Each spouse owns a 50% share of the property, equally. When one spouse passes away, their half automatically transfers to the surviving spouse, just like joint tenancy, no probate. But here's the key advantage. For tax purposes, the entire property receives a full step up in basis. That can make a huge difference when the surviving spouse decides to sell. It often means paying far less in capital gains taxes. Here's an example. Let's say a couple bought their home for $400,000 years ago, and now it's worth $900,000. If one spouse passes away under community property with right of survivorship, the surviving spouse gets a full step up, meaning the new tax basis is $900,000. If they sell soon after, there's little to no taxable gain. That's a major benefit over joint tenancy. So the pros: avoids probate, equal ownership, full step up in tax basis, huge potential savings. Couple cons: only available to married couples or registered domestic partners, and both must agree to sell, transfer, or refinance before any of those things can happen. Now here's where things can get messy. If you hold title as tenants in common, or if survivorship language isn't included, your share doesn't necessarily automatically go to the other owner when you pass away. Instead, your half becomes part of your estate, which means it could go through the probate process, a court process that can take months, even years, and cost thousands of dollars in legal fees. It can also create family tension if the surviving spouse or partner suddenly finds themselves co-owning property with heirs or other family members of the deceased. That's why it's so important to know how your title is held. And make sure it aligns with your goals of ownership, inheritance, and tax planning. So to sum this all up, joint tenancy is simple and gives you the right of survivorship. Great for any co-owners. Community property with right of survivorship is the preferred choice for married couples. It adds major tax advantages. And if your title doesn't include survivorship rights, your property could end up in probate when somebody passes away. When it comes to real estate, these small details make a huge difference. If you're not sure how you currently hold title, talk to your title rep or escrow officer. We can help you review your deed and make sure it's set up correctly for your situation. I'm Ray Atencio, your SoCal Title Pro. And if you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow agent or homeowner, anybody who needs to hear it. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, how you hold title matters just as much as holding title itself.